Hello everyone, and welcome to this presentation on how the human brain works. Hello everyone, and welcome to this presentation on how the human brain works. In this first slide, we will be discussing the introduction to the human brain. The human brain is the control center of the nervous system, which consists of the brain and spinal cord. It is responsible for cognition, movement, and sensation. The brain is composed of neurons and glial cells which work together to carry out complex functions. Neurons are specialized cells that communicate with each other through electrical and chemical signals. They form networks to transmit information throughout the brain. Glial cells, on the other hand, provide support and protection to neurons. The brain weighs about 3 pounds, which is relatively small compared to its vast capabilities. In the following slides, we will dive deeper into the different parts of the brain and how they function. Moving on to the second slide, we will be discussing neurons in the brain. Neurons are considered the building blocks of the brain, and they play a crucial role in transmitting information throughout the brain. They communicate with each other through electrical and chemical signals, allowing for complex processes such as learning, memory, and decision-making. Neurons consist of three main parts: the cell body, dendrites, and axons. The cell body contains the nucleus, which controls the neuron's functions. Dendrites receive signals from other neurons and pass them along to the cell body. Axons, on the other hand, carry signals away from the cell body and transmit them to other neurons. Neurons form networks to transmit information throughout the brain, allowing for complex functions such as perception, movement, and emotion. In the following slides, we will delve deeper into the different parts of neurons and how they function in the brain. Our third slide focuses on synapses, which are the gaps between neurons. Synapses are crucial for communication between neurons as they allow for the transmission of signals from one neuron to another. The signals are transmitted across the synapse by chemicals called neurotransmitters, which are released by the presynaptic neuron and bind to receptors on the postsynaptic neuron. The release of neurotransmitters is triggered by an electrical signal that travels down the presynaptic neuron. This electrical signal is known as an action potential. The neurotransmitters then bind to receptors on the postsynaptic neuron, causing a new electrical signal to be generated. Some drugs target synapses to alter brain function by either increasing or decreasing the activity of neurotransmitters. In the next few slides, we will discuss the different types of neurotransmitters and how they affect brain function. The fourth slide focuses on the brain lobes. The human brain is divided into four main lobes: the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. Each lobe is responsible for different functions, and they work together to carry out complex processes. The frontal lobe is located at the front of the brain and is responsible for decision-making, problem-solving, and emotions. It also plays a role in controlling movement and speech. The parietal lobe, located at the top and back of the brain, processes touch and spatial information. It helps us understand where our body is in space and allows us to perceive objects and their relationships to each other. The temporal lobe is involved in memory and language processing. It allows us to recognize and remember faces, places, and events, and is crucial for language comprehension. In the next few slides, we will discuss each lobe in more detail and how they work together to carry out complex processes. Our fifth slide focuses on the brainstem. The brainstem is the lower part of the brain that connects to the spinal cord. It is responsible for controlling essential functions such as breathing, heartbeat, and blood pressure. It also plays a role in sleep and arousal. The brainstem is composed of three main parts: the midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. The midbrain is involved in sensory and motor functions, while the pons helps to regulate breathing and sleeping. The medulla oblongata controls vital functions such as heart rate and breathing. It also regulates reflexes such as coughing, sneezing, and swallowing. Damage to the brainstem can be life-threatening as it controls crucial functions required for survival. In the next few slides, we will discuss each part of the brainstem in more detail and how they work together to control essential functions. Our sixth slide focuses on the cerebellum, which is located at the back of the brain, below the occipital lobe. The cerebellum is responsible for controlling movement and balance, and it plays a crucial role in coordinating voluntary muscle movements such as walking, running, and writing. It is also involved in learning and motor skills. The cerebellum consists of two hemispheres, which work together to control movement and balance. Damage to the cerebellum can lead to movement disorders such as ataxia, which is characterized by poor coordination and balance. Other symptoms of cerebellar damage can include tremors, difficulty with speech and swallowing, and problems with eye movements. In the next few slides, we will discuss the cerebellum in more detail and how it works with other parts of the brain to control movement and balance. Our seventh slide focuses on the limbic system, which is a group of structures in the brain that are involved in emotions, motivation, and memory. The limbic system includes the amygdala, hippocampus, and hypothalamus, among others. The amygdala is responsible for processing emotions such as fear and anger, while the hippocampus plays a crucial role in forming and storing memories. The hypothalamus regulates several functions such as body temperature, hunger, thirst, and the stress response. It also controls the release of hormones that influence mood and behavior. The limbic system plays a significant role in regulating the stress response, and it is often targeted by drugs that alter mood. Dysfunction in the limbic system can lead to mood disorders such as depression and anxiety. In the next few slides, we will discuss each structure in the limbic system in more detail and how they work together to regulate emotions, motivation, and memory. Our eighth slide focuses on neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to change and adapt throughout life. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to form new neural connections and reorganize existing ones in response to experience and learning. This process is crucial for brain development and allows the brain to adapt to changing environments and experiences. Neuroplasticity can be affected by aging, injury, and disease. For example, as we age, our brains may experience a decline in neuroplasticity, making it more difficult to learn new things or recover from injuries. On the other hand, neuroplasticity can also be harnessed to help individuals recover from brain injuries or develop new skills. In the next few slides, we will discuss the different factors that affect neuroplasticity and how it can be harnessed to improve brain function. Our ninth slide focuses on consciousness, which refers to the state of awareness of one's surroundings and self. Consciousness is controlled by a network of brain regions, including the prefrontal cortex, parietal cortex, and thalamus, among others. These regions are responsible for attention, perception, and memory. Alterations in consciousness can occur due to various factors, such as drugs, sleep, and meditation. For example, certain drugs can alter consciousness by affecting neurotransmitter levels in the brain. Sleep is also known to alter consciousness, as the brain undergoes different stages of activity during sleep. Meditation has been shown to increase mindfulness and awareness, resulting in alterations in consciousness. Understanding the neural basis of consciousness is an active area of research, and new discoveries in this field could have implications for understanding disorders of consciousness, such as coma and vegetative state. In the next few slides, we will discuss it. Our final slide focuses on brain disorders, which can result from various factors such as injury, disease, or genetics. Examples of brain disorders include Alzheimer's disease, stroke, epilepsy, and traumatic brain injury, among others. Symptoms of brain disorders can range from mild to severe and can include memory loss, paralysis, and seizures. Treatment for brain disorders can involve medication, surgery, or therapy depending on the specific disorder and its severity. Advances in neuroimaging and neuroscience research have led to better understanding and treatment of brain disorders. For example, medication and therapy can help manage symptoms of disorders such as depression and anxiety, while surgical procedures can help reduce seizures in individuals with epilepsy. In the future, continued research in this area could lead to better understanding and treatment of brain disorders, potentially improving the lives of millions of individuals around the world. Hi, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for watching my videos and supporting my channel. Your comments, likes, and shares mean the world to me and inspire me to keep creating content. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. By doing so, you'll never miss a video and you'll be helping me reach more people with my message. I promise to continue providing high quality and engaging content that you love, so hit that subscribe button and join our community today. Thanks again for your support, and I will see you in the next video.